Our newspaper headlines this morning, we'll be taking a look at the Punch newspaper. We'll also have the Guardian newspaper and not forgetting the Explainer. From the Punch newspaper, Electoral Act standoff. Senate calls emergency plenary as protest loom. The Senate has announced an emergency plenary sitting for Tuesday amid mounting public outrage over its recent passage of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, particularly the rejection of clause mandating real-time electronic transmission of election results. The decision was disclosed on Sunday in a statement signed by the Clerk of the Senate, Emmanuel Odo, who said all senators have been directed to reconvene for the session. Lagos seals Ladipo market over environmental infractions. The Lagos State government has sealed the Ladipo spare parts market in the Mushin area of the state over repeated environmental infractions. The enforcement followed persistent cases of indiscriminate refuse disposal on the road median and highway, as well as illegal street trading within and around the market. The Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab, confirmed the development in a statement on Sunday, noting that the action became inevitable after several warnings to traders were allegedly ignored. Not all electricity meters are free, NERC clarifies. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has clarified that not all electricity meters currently being installed across the country are free, as it sought to address growing confusion over the federal government's metering programs and recent warnings against illegal charges by electricity distribution companies. The chairman of NERC, Musiliu Oseni, made the clarification on Saturday during a radio chat, explaining that meters provided under government-funded initiatives are free at the point of installation, while other options still exist for customers who were unable or unwilling to wait. Illegal waste dumping. Loma cracks down on Lagos Island. The Lagos Waste Management Authority said it has seized several waste carts and arrested an individual during an early morning enforcement operation on Lagos Island following targeted surveillance of unauthorized waste disposal within the area. According to a statement on Wednesday by the Director of Public Affairs at Loma, Mukaila Sanusi, the carts were intercepted at dawn by Loma enforcement officers during a coordinated operation aimed at disrupting unregulated waste movement and preventing the re-emergence of illegal dump points in locations already cleared by the authority. Still on the Punch newspaper, idle refineries gulp 13 trillion naira as NNPC admits waste. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited injected an estimated 13.2 trillion naira into the country's 3 state-owned refineries in 2023 and 2024, largely to fund turnaround maintenance operations and associated bank charges. This was even as the facilities continued to post heavy losses and failed to operate at commercially sustainable levels. Recall that the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC, Bayo Ujulari, on Wednesday publicly acknowledged that the refineries had become a major financial drain on the country, operating at what he described as a monumental loss to Nigeria. Makinde Wike camps set for showdown at PDP headquarters today. The planned reopening of the People's Democratic Party National Secretariat at Wadata Plaza, Abuja, by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike-backed caretaker committee through police intervention on Monday, has sparked concerns over potential confrontations. On Thursday, the National Secretary of the Wike-backed PDP faction, Samuel Ayawu, speaking after a closed-door meeting at the Independent National Electoral Commission headquarters, said the faction will take over the National Secretariat on Monday. Army probes alleged military protection of drug peddlers in Lagos. The 81 Division of the Nigerian Army said on Sunday that it would investigate allegations that some military officers were shielding drug peddlers in the Apapa Igomu Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. This followed accusations by the chairman of the LCDA, Jimoh Saliu, who alleged that some top military officers were protecting illicit drug peddlers in the area. We move on to the Guardian newspaper. Kano scraps IPOB's 5-year Monday sit-at-home order. The Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has announced the immediate and permanent termination of the Monday sit-at-home across the southeast, bringing to an end a protest that has disrupted social and economic life in the region for nearly 5 years. In a statement issued on Sunday, IPOB spokesperson Ima Powerful said the directive was issued by the group's detained leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who urged residents to resume normal activities, reopen markets, and return children to school without fear. According to the statement, Kanu said there is no longer any justification for the sit-at-home, stressing the need for the full restoration of normal life across the region. Kogi closes markets, parks, and 7 local governments to cripple terrorist supplies. The Kogi state government has ordered the temporary closure of markets and motor parks across parts of the Kogi West Senatorial District as part of intensified security operations to flush out terrorists, bandits, and other criminal elements. The directive was announced on Sunday by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, who said the measure is aimed at disrupting criminal logistics and cutting off access to water, access to food, fuel, and other supplies used by insurgents and their collaborators. Fanwo explained that the shutdown is supporting ongoing clearance operations being conducted in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, and heads of security agencies in the state. And we'll take the last one from the explainer. NOA champions citizen-focused data protection. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, NOA, Malam Lanre Isaonilu, has described data privacy as a core national value essential to human dignity, trust, and responsible citizenship. As key stakeholders gathered for the second Data Privacy Summit 2026 to discuss privacy in the era of emerging technologies. The summit was organized by the National Data Protection Commission, NDPC. Well, that's it. You can pick up a copy of any of the dailies to go online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.